How's it going? Welcome back to Jeff Outdoors. I am in the car at the moment, and it is Friday. So, yeah, right? Everybody loves Friday. So, just kind of thoughts on Friday here, popping in real quick. It's a continued thought on my mind, but it's becoming enunciated here even more so recently. And that would be the notion going on in the news and communities about food shortages. Just wanted to get it out there to people, if you're watching this, to get you in the know about that. How it could end up being a very real thing. I mean, with everything that we've just been through with the pandemic around the world and shortages of all things, toilet paper and other food things, meat always being a concern about shortages, etc. So wanted to take a minute, and as I'm driving here, just thought I would pop on real quick. I am currently increasing my capacities to store food and increasing the locations on where I can get food. If you've been watching my channel, you can go back and see that I essentially live near the largest Amish community in the world, district-wise, here in Ohio. So Holmes County, Ohio has the largest Amish community in the world. It has presented a lot of great resources for me and my family, especially during the pandemic, for multiple reasons that I could go on and on about. But if you've ever been to our Amish country here, you will have knowledge about the bulk food stores that we have in the area. I'm not actually in that area right now. I'm actually driving home to that area. I live sort of on the edge of the so-called broader community of Amish, aka plain communities. So, anyways, we have multiple bulk food stores in our area to utilize. So, bulk foods such as wheat berries to keep stored, dry stored, in the event that there's some sort of shortage, where if you have a grain mill, you are able to grind your own grain and make your own bread, essentially. Wheat berries store longer than flour, and flour will also promote larvae, etc. During the storage process. So something to make note of. So just putting that out there, wanted to put this thought out there. If you don't have a lot of things in the house now, if you can start getting that process underway, I suggest that you do that. I am probably more ahead of most people that I know personally. I'm probably light years ahead of a lot of people. I'm hoping that the pandemic experience got people thinking a little bit more about the fragility of our interdependent economic systems. In my opinion, what we're seeing now with the impacts of Russia-Ukraine and the talks about China, Taiwan, and all the incidentals surrounding all of this, the rise in prices, food shortages, gas prices increasing to record levels. Our president going to other countries for gas when we had a gas surplus and we were energy independent for years there for a while, and not utilizing that. My opinion is what we're experiencing and seeing right now is essentially the near failure the near failure of globalization. Globalization is proving to be very bad for many countries, especially the United States, where we have energy. We can have energy independence again. All you have to do is start things up with the oil, and you're good there. We have the breadbasket of the world. If you've never heard that term, our Midwest, our Great Plains, the farms, everything. We have micro systems in our local communities, like our Amish community here in Ohio, your community perhaps where you live. Strengthening a multi-central thought structure on providing and living in our communities around the U.S. is going to be something that's going to be more heightened here going forward. Again, globalization and the interdependence of countries is proving to be a really bad idea, in my opinion. A little bit about me. I have a history and economics and social studies degree, bachelor's degree. I used to be a teacher. So I used to teach this stuff: European history, American history, economics, and U.S. government. That's that's been a little while ago now. I don't work in that field right now, but just in my studies while I was in college, and staying up on topics that are relevant, you can kind of put these dots together and see where things are going. And you can go back to the League of Nations, you can go back to the development of the UN, all that stuff. So we have Russia, who is now, with the sanctions, being put into a similar position that Germany was in after World War I. So if you know your German history, you will know the Weimar Republic after World War I essentially gave rise to Adolf Hitler and the Nazi Party and the ideas behind that. So that's something that really should be thought about when we're going into the future with how we think about global interdependence. Whoa, it's a lot. Maybe I'll brush up again on these topics, but I had some thoughts in my mind today, and I could go on and on about a lot of this stuff. But my point is you should be taking care of your own right now and doing what you're doing and getting the things while they're available. And that can be any type of, that could be from a grain mill, a manual grain mill that you can use off grid, to kerosene lanterns. If you don't have it, get it, and get it now. And not to strike fear in anybody, but being prepared, if you're prepared, then you are ready before you have to be ready. That's all that is. That's not fear. That's being smart. Well, I'm going to go. Thanks for watching. Any thoughts, comments? Would love to hear from you. Thanks for tuning in.